Ho Chi Minh Trail. The Ho Chi Minh Trail was extensively bombed. Use of Cambodia by the NVA. Although Cambodia was a neutral country, the NVA had used its territory to run weapons and troops around the U.S., avoiding their troops bombers and raiding parties. Spring 1970. Nixon authorized a series of bombing raids in Cambodia and sent both the U.S. and ARVN troops across the border, all without the consent of Congress. Amount of bombs dropped on Cambodia. 3 million tons of bombs were dropped on Cambodia. Death is Cambodia. As many as 100,000 people died in Cambodia. People made homeless in Cambodia. 2 million people were made homeless. U.S. public response. There was public outcry and there were waves of student protests at universities and colleges. Invasion of Laos. In February 1971, South Vietnamese troops with U.S. air support invaded Laos. 5,000 elite South Vietnamese soldiers were sent to destroy parts of the Ho Chi Minh Trail. The troops met groups of North Vietnamese soldiers armed with Soviet weapons. Air attacks on North Vietnam. To stop the communists from making too many gains, Nixon relied on the U.S. Air Force to bomb the enemy. Bombing of North Vietnam. There were increased air raids after 1971 and B-52 bombers attacked the North for the first time in 1967. Operation Linebacker II. When peace talks broke down in 1972, Nixon escalated the bombing. The bombing began on December 18 and lasted for 12 days. This was the biggest aerial attack of the war. Impact on Hanoi. In Hanoi, the bombing was relentless. More than 1,600 civilians died and 70 U.S. airmen were killed or captured. The New York Times called the bombing "diplomacy through terror."